Ring, ring. You pick up the phone, and suddenly your mind goes blank. Hello, this is, If that has ever happened to you in English, don't worry. Today we're going to fix that. Together, once and for all. Hey everyone, and welcome back to English Coffee Corner. I'm so glad you're here. Whether you're driving to work right now, washing the dishes, folding laundry, or just relaxing with your headphones in, thank you for spending this time with me. Today's episode is all about phone call phrases in English, the exact words and expressions native speakers use every single day when they pick up the phone, make a call, ask to speak to someone, leave a message, deal with a bad connection, and say goodbye. Phone calls are actually one of the hardest parts of speaking a second language. Why? Because you can't see the other person's face, you can't read their lips, you can't use gestures to help explain what you mean. It's just you, your voice, and your ears. That's intense. So today, we're going to build up your confidence, phrase by phrase, so that the next time your phone rings, you're not afraid, you're ready. Here's how this episode is going to work. I'm going to walk you through 6 real-life phone situations, one at a time. For each one, I'll give you the key phrases, I'll use them in short example conversations, and every once in a while, I'll pause and let you repeat after me. Even if you're driving or your hands are busy, you can still say the words out loud. That repetition is what moves these phrases from your head into your mouth, so they come out naturally when you actually need them. Ready? Let's get started. Let's start at the very beginning. The phone rings and you answer. In casual, everyday English, when you answer a call from a friend or family member, you can simply say, hello. That's it. Just hello with a rising tone, like a question, because you don't always know who's calling. If you already know who's calling, maybe their name popped up on your screen, you might say something like, hey, what's up? Or, hi, how's it going? Now, in a more formal setting, say you work at a company and you're answering the office phone, the phrases change quite a bit. Here's a really common one. Good morning. Thank you for calling. This is Claude speaking. How can I help you? Let's break that down into pieces because it's a pattern you'll use again and again when the phone rings at work. First, a greeting, good morning or good afternoon. Second, you thank them for calling and say the company name. Third, you introduce yourself. This is my name speaking. Fourth, you offer help. How can I help you? Or how may I assist you? That whole sentence might feel long right now, but with practice, it becomes automatic, like a little script that plays in your head every time the phone rings at work. Let's practice. I'll say the formal greeting, and I want you to repeat it after me, out loud, even just under your breath. Good afternoon. Thank you for calling. How can I help you? Your turn. Go ahead, say it out loud. Nice work. One more time, a little faster. Good afternoon. Thank you for calling. How can I help you? Great, you've got it. Now let's flip it around. Instead of answering, you're the one making the call. What do you say? If you're calling a friend, it's simple. Hey, it's me. Hi, it's me. Do you have a minute? But if you're calling a business, a doctor's office, or someone you don't know very well, you need a bit more structure. Here's a really useful phrase to open the call. Hi, my name is Sarah, and I'm calling about my appointment next week. Or, hello, this is Daniel from marketing. I'm calling regarding the invoice we sent last Tuesday. Notice that little word, regarding. It means about, but it sounds a bit more professional. You'll hear it a lot in business English. I'm calling regarding your order. I'm calling regarding the meeting tomorrow. Here's another really common opening phrase, especially in customer service calls. I'm calling to ask about. I'm calling to check on. I'm calling to confirm. Let's practice these 3. Repeat after me. I'm calling to ask about my order. I'm calling to check on the delivery. I'm calling to confirm my reservation. You're doing great. Let's keep the momentum going. This next situation happens all the time. You call a company and you need to speak with a specific person, not just whoever answers. The most common phrase is, "Could I speak to Mr. Anderson, please?" Or, "Could I speak with Mr. Anderson, please?" Both to and with work here. You'll hear native speakers use both. A slightly more casual version, "Is Sarah available?" Or, "Is Sarah there by any chance?" Now, imagine you're on the receiving end of that request. You work at the front desk and someone asks to speak with your colleague. Here's some phrases you might hear back. "One moment, please. I'll transfer your call." "Let me check if she's available." "Can I ask who's calling?" That last one, "Can I ask who's calling?" is super important. It's a polite way of asking for the caller's name before connecting them. And here's how you'd respond to that. "Yes, this is Daniel calling from Riverside Marketing." "Sure, it's Sarah." Now, sometimes the person you want isn't available. You might hear, "I'm sorry, she's not at her desk right now. He's currently in a meeting. Can I take a message?" Or, "She just stepped out. Would you like to leave a message?" That question, "Would you like to leave a message?" leads us perfectly into our next section. This is one of the trickiest parts of a phone call because it usually happens fast and you need to give clear information without hesitating too much. Let's start with what you say if you are leaving a message for someone. Could you tell him that I called? Could you let her know I called? Could you ask him to call me back? You can add your phone number like this. "My number is 555-0192, and I'll be available until 5 p.m. Now let's flip it. Imagine you're the one taking a message for someone else. Here are the phrases you'd use. "Would you like to leave a message?" "Can I take a message?" "I'll make sure she gets it." And once they give you the message, you often repeat it back to confirm you understood correctly. Okay, so that's Amanda calling about tomorrow's appointment, and your number is 555-0192. Did I get that right? This step, repeating the information back, is incredibly useful not just for phone calls, but for showing that you're actively listening in any conversation. Let's do a mini example. I'll play both sides quickly just so you can hear the natural rhythm. "Hi, is Mr. Thompson available?" "I'm sorry, he's out of the office today. Can I take a message?" "Yes, please. This is Amanda from Riverside Dental. Could you ask him to call me back regarding tomorrow's appointment?" "Of course. Amanda from Riverside Dental calling about tomorrow's appointment. I'll pass that along." "Thank you so much." "You're welcome. Have a great day." Did you catch how natural and quick that exchange was? That's the goal. Not perfect grammar in your head, but smooth, quick, practical English. Sometimes nobody picks up and you get sent to voicemail. This is a monologue, just you talking to a machine. And for many learners, this is actually more nerve-wracking than a real conversation because there's no back and forth to help you. Here's a simple, reliable structure for leaving a voicemail message. "Hi, this is Sarah. I'm calling about the meeting on Friday. Could you please call me back when you get a chance? Thanks. Bye." Let's slow that down into 4 parts. 1. Introduce yourself. "Hi, this is." 2. State your reason. "I'm calling about." 3. Ask for a callback. "Could you call me back at?" 4. A polite close. "Thanks. Bye." Or "Talk soon." Let's practice the whole thing together. Repeat after me, phrase by phrase. "Hi, this is Sarah. I'm calling about the meeting on Friday. Could you please call me back when you get a chance? Thanks. Bye." Excellent. Now try saying the whole message from start to finish all at once in your own words using your own name and reason for calling. However that came out, well done. The more you say it out loud, the more natural it becomes. Now let's talk about something every single person has experienced in every language, the bad phone connection. The call cuts out, the voice sounds robotic, or you just can't hear clearly. Here are the phrases native speakers use in that moment. If you can't hear well, "Sorry, I can't hear you very well. You're breaking up a little. The line is really bad right now." If you need someone to repeat something,
Could you say that again, please? Sorry, could you repeat that? I didn't catch that. Could you say that one more time? If the call actually drops and you need to call back, sorry, I think we got cut off. Hold on, let me call you back right now. And if you simply need a moment because there's background noise on your end, sorry, 1 second, let me find a quieter spot. Can you hold on just a moment? These phrases are gold because they let you stay polite and calm even when the technology isn't cooperating. Finally, let's talk about how to end a call gracefully, because just hanging up without saying anything can feel a little rude in English-speaking cultures. Casual endings, for friends and family: "All right, talk to you later." "Okay, take care, bye." "I'll let you go, talk soon." That last one, "I'll let you go," is a really nice, very natural way to end a call politely, especially if you're the one who needs to leave. It shows consideration for the other person's time. For more formal or professional calls,